Both sides of this have 2 box stalls, and I can make it into one big stall if we have several animals in here. I can make it into 2 box stalls. We just have cow-calf pairs, or if we have several in here waiting to be tagged. And we can bring in a bunch of calves, and you don't know which mother's which. You basically put a calf in each box stall, and then the mothers will go to the calf. It's really easy to figure out which one belongs to whom. They know their calf, even if we aren't real sure about it for us. We usually just put them in like this, and then rely on their natural curiosity and hunger to put themselves in there. Usually leave the barn, let them put themselves into the head gate themselves. Don't push them in unless it's like a real emergency, which we've not had, fortunately. Mm-hmm. Good stuff. Yeah. Good stuff. Don't want to intimidate her, or don't want to keep her from coming forward. She's not used to an audience. So anyway, this barn was built shortly after the guys were killed. They died the week before Thanksgiving, and we knew that there were 65 cows that were going to calve January and a little bit into February. The way that they used to do it was the guys would check them every 2 hours, and they would bring the frozen ones into the house for me to thaw out. And it is possible to revive a popsicle calf. You fill the bathtub with 100-degree water and totally immerse the calf into the water until it thaws out, and making sure, of course, that the head and nose stay out of the water. But I have been able to revive several that way. But I'm not the one that carried it to the house. And there's no way that I would be the one to carry it to the house. But you can put this beside the calf, and you can grab the back leg of the calf and put the calf in here. And that way you keep this between you and the cow at all times. She can see the calf. If the calf is going in here, it's too weak to be walking on its own, and so needs to have some transportation. You get the one with the biggest tires that you can find to go over the bumps and the mud in the lot, and it's easier to pull it someplace than it is to push it someplace. We, fortunately, don't have to use this anymore. Calving when they're supposed to calve, and that is basically a week or 2 after the deer normally have their babies. And so we could even back up our calving later than that, but we want to be putting them out on grass to get the full utilization of grass, and that's why April and May. But they have a much harder time when it's cold out. Their muscles aren't stretching as well. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't like to be out there trying to have a baby when it's, really cold. And the calves are going from 101-degree temperature out into the frozen arena, and it's just too much of a temperature change. That's why they have difficulty. That's why they're not lively when they're first born. They're born in warmer weather. You won't have the health problems. You won't have the mortality that you've had before.
Plus, just the forage demand of the cow, that she's at her peak at lactation like that. So in February, there's nothing to eat but hay or whatever you feed her.
Mm-hmm.
Or in April, they have new growth, and so that the financial side of feeding the cow is much less also in April and May.
Mm-hmm. And if it wasn't for us tempting them to come into the lot, to eat hay so that they would be under the surveillance system overnight, we wouldn't even be feeding hay. And then when the grass is coming on green and they're starting to lactate to give milk to their calves, it's a perfect timing situation.